Hello, y'all. It's Des here on Des Brain Channel. And if you remember, or if not, a few weeks ago, towards the end of the year 2021, there, right before Christmas, I showed you all, I uploaded a video. Whether you saw it or not, it's another thing. But anyways, I'll link it in the description, and I'll probably put it at the end of the video in the end screen or whatever it's called, so you can get to it quicker. Probably put it up in the cards towards the end of this video as well. If you know how to get to those, it'll be up there. Anyways, so my point is, in that video, I showed you all my classic original GameCube that I received as a Christmas gift from my parents back in 2004 when I was 13, 14 years old, whatever, back in my teenage years there in middle school days. And I showed you that I set it up right here in my home after I went to retrieve it from my mom's place. Right? But now I thought, let me share with you all the games I have for that console, for the Nintendo GameCube. In case you're wondering, because I did not establish on that video what games I have, so it wouldn't be too long. Well, here we are now, almost 2 months later, and I'm gonna show you all here tonight what games I have for that console. Look at them all right here. This is all I have for the GameCube. It's not a lot, right? You thought I was gonna pull out stacks of games, but no, this is all. This is all. It's not many, but it's something for a kid to have fun during his teen years. Look at this. Those are all the games I had as a child, teenage years, playing the GameCube before I moved on to the Xbox. And I still have it, and I'm grateful that it still works. Now I'm going to show you individually all these games I got. Right. Starting with the wrestling games, and then I'll go to the non-wrestling games. When I was a teenager, I was a big fan of wrestling. That's why most of them are wrestling games. Not most of them, but a few. Probably the only theme that repeats itself there in the games here in the GameCube. And you'll see if I do an Xbox version of this video as well. Anyways, first up, WrestleMania 19. If you're a fan of wrestling, you know what this game is. WWE WrestleMania 19. Check out the back cover there. In the back cover, you have Kurt Angle. Right there, you have Kurt Angle suplexing Brock Lesnar from the top rope. You got Stephanie McMahon over here. You got The Undertaker delivering a last ride to a security guard, and then we got Shawn Michaels delivering the elbow to Chris Jericho, which was the best match of WrestleMania 19 there in 2003. I remember watching it from home anyways. But this is game, the front cover is Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, and The Rock, the top three guys of that time. I wish modern games had at least 3 top or 4 top guys in the modern era instead of just featuring one guy. Rey Mysterio doesn't scream 2022, by the way. Just saying. Anyways. Then I have, soon after I got the GameCube, when the 19 WrestleMania was new. But then I said to myself later on, I got that for Christmas, obviously. And later on, along with the WrestleMania 19 game, later on I wanted to go down and see what the WrestleMania 18 game was like. So I bought it. You can still see the sticker here that says it cost $11.99 there because it was already an old game. It's WrestleMania X8, WrestleMania 18. You have on the cover RVD, Steve Austin, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan brothers. Now in the back, you take a quick look there. All right, this game is good. It's all right. You got plenty of titles. You can unify titles. If you played it, you might agree when I say that it's an awesome game. Awesome game. Okay. Then I have Day of Reckoning. I believe I got it on the Christmas after I got the GameCube. So the following year, that will put me up around 2005. I believe I got this game because it had been released maybe a month or so. Maybe I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was released on October of that year. I remember they had a game for each console back at that time. They will put out a Raw game for Xbox. They will put out a SmackDown game for PlayStation 2. And they will put out a random game for GameCube. And this random game during that time was Day of Reckoning. You have Triple H, you have Randy Orton, and Trish there on the cover of this one. In the back, you got old school rap and John Cena. There you have Undertaker and Kane. They were heading into that WrestleMania. Andre the Giant as a legend character. You got some divas there for the Braun Caddy's featured matchup in the game. This game is a good fun. In fact, I did a gameplay of this video on my wrestling channel, Wrestling RIP. It will be in the description as well. And go subscribe to that channel. I'll be doing more gameplays on wrestling games on that channel. And also I'll be doing gameplays of any random games, Xbox, GameCube, on this Desperate channel. So if you don't want to miss those, subscribe today, tonight, whatever. Another wrestling game, Day of Reckoning 2, the sequel, right? Obviously. There you got the faces of Triple H, and I think it's Kurt Angle. It's hard to tell, really. There you got Stacy Keibler on color. Then in the back, the You Can't See Me Man, John Cena. Horrible Hulk Hogan dropping the leg drop there. Young Hogan. He's a legend character on the game. You got Batista. And you got Muhammad Hassan. He was supposed to be a huge star if it weren't for politics. He would have been a major player there in WWE. Hurricane, delivering a crossbody to Eugene. Two unique characters there in the game. Day of Reckoning 2. Awesome game as well. Awesome game. Much better than the first one. I love this one. I do. And the last wrestling related game on the GameCube is WWE Rush Hour. I bought it used, as you can see from the GameStop. It cost $9.99. I just had to read the summary and decide whether I wanted to buy it. I had not heard of it, but check out the disc there. WWE Rush Hour. It's basically WWE superstars from that timeline with monster trucks and throwing bullets and all sorts of crazy madness in their monster trucks. It was crazy. It was a good game. I might do a gameplay for it on this channel because it's not that much about wrestling. So I think it'd be okay to do it on the non-wrestling channel. I believe, if I remember correctly, when I first got the GameCube for Christmas, they bought me 2 games with it, and that's for Christmas as well. And that was the WrestleMania 19 I showed you earlier, and this one, Sonic Mega Collection 7 Great Hits. It comes with 7 of the games of that past Sonic games, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. It's got Dr. Robotnik's Machine, which I was happy it had that game because I grew up playing that game back in the Sega console. Yes, I'm old enough to have lived playing Sega when I was a little kid, even littler than when I was playing that GameCube. I had played the game, the Sega there, with my siblings. That's how old I am, yes. I'm in my 30s, I'll be 33 later in the year, if you believe it or not. You can tell here. Okay, white hairs already. I'm losing hair. Anyways, that's not what the video's about, my age. But Sonic, you can play as Knuckles in some of the games there. I love this game. I might do a gameplay for it on this channel, so stay tuned for it. It'll be coming up soon. I'm pretty sure it is. Then my favorite Spider-Man game that I have witnessed, in my opinion, is the Spider-Man 2, based on the Tobey Maguire movie, Spider-Man 2 video game. It's awesome. I love it. It's amazing. No pun intended. It's an amazing Spider-Man game, in my opinion. Come on, you get to fight Dr. Octopus and all sorts of villains like Mysterio. It's fun. I love it. I love this Spider-Man 2 video game. I love it. Big fan of Spider-Man. If you've been on my channel, you can tell it's pretty obvious there, over there. Then we have Def Jam Fight for New York. I believe this is the part 2 of that series. And you gotta love this game. I remember my nephew Frankie loved playing this game with me when he was little as well. Check out the back cover there. Yeah. If you haven't played Def Jam Fight for New York, and you have a GameCube, and you have the opportunity to buy it or get your hands on it somehow, maybe borrow it from a friend if he has it, play it. You'll like it to brawl. It's gangster fighting, basically. It's violent. Very violent game. Really, it's not for kids. I wouldn't recommend it. But for kids, but you know, kids like playing violence, but I'm just saying. Anyways, the next game I'm gonna show you is the Namco Museum 50th anniversary game. There you can see it comes with Pac-Man games. It's all sorts of arcade classic games. Mrs. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, even ones I never heard of. It's all there. It gives you the list. It has those and more. It's awesome. I like this one. I like it as well. I might do a gameplay here on the channel. Pretty soon. NBA Live 2006 EA Sports. We got the basketball player there of the Miami Heat. I believe were the champs of that time. There. I like playing this basketball game. I like it. I'm not very good at NBA games, nor am I good at basketball in real life, but I love playing the games for whatever reason. I enjoy it. It's a good time to play. I always buy at least one basketball game per console, just so I can play a different game other than wrestling or Spider-Man. There, I'm still a fan of playing basketball in the game consoles. This next is Cars, the game based on the movie, obviously, as you can see there, Lightning McQueen, based on Cars Part 1 from Pixar. It's more of a racing game than anything else. You can do a little bit of other stuff, right? But it's mostly a game on racing different cars. You can redesign this character and, you know, take them to a garage and paint them up, the hood and stuff, but you gotta earn points on the game for that. But it's still pretty fun, especially for a kid. It's pretty fun still to play. Another Pixar animation game, The Incredibles. You might have seen that I did a gameplay playing this already on one of the levels. It will be in the description too. If I can remember everything I'm supposed to put in the description that I'm telling you. Here's the back cover there. I like this game as well. Some levels are but others is still fun. Still fun. Then I have another games that's meant for kids. Okay. I like the Trek Smash and Crash Racing. So this is a racing game as well. It's basically, as you can see there, the characters of Trek have their own thing to race. It's not necessary on cars. You got Trek on some kind of creature there racing. You got the three little pigs on a magic carpet. I remember you got the cookie character. What's it called? Gingerbread Man. He's on a muffin. Probably, from what I remember, I would always play that character because it was the fastest. Trek was pretty slow and it would piss me off, I remember. But you got Donkey on Dragon. That's where he's racing. You got Boots and Boots there on a bull in the game there. There's a racing game. You got different labs, different locations for racing, and it's pretty fun. I would play it with my nephews, Johnny and Adam, when they were little kids there. They were living with us. That's another story for another day. So yeah, we had fun. They had fun playing with me. And they enjoyed playing with their uncle there in the games. And the game that was, I remember this was the last game I ever purchased for the GameCube, right? And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, based on the TMNT movie that came out around that time. This game is awesome. You can tag team on the game. It's not too difficult, right? It's not too challenging for the brain. It's not a big brain bust, but it's good entertainment. TMNT video game. My favorite character has always been Michelangelo Mikey there. Big fan of Mikey and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So that's it. Those are all my GameCube games. I hope you had somewhat fun watching me share with you all the games. Like I said, I'll be doing gameplays. It's recorded straight from my living room television there, but that's how I can do it. It's cheap, low budget video making here. I don't make a living out of it. Anyways, I'll be doing gameplays on this channel right pretty soon, so if you don't want to miss that, hit the subscription or notification buttons. Alright, it's been fun, y'all, and vlog you later. Good night.